Episode 2.
Deuces.
We're here. We've significantly upgraded our environment, I'd say, for the times being. We've upgraded from the dorm room to the athletics conference room, which we didn't really ask anybody to be here, but we walked in and we're like, has a little more open space. We have some new guests on the podcast. Anything you want to say before we start on it?
No. I think we'll jump into introductions.
So, tell us, this is bad. Tell us who you guys are, why you're here, and what you're about, and who's your college football team.
All right, my name is Connor.
Full name.
Connor Bruning. I'm from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm a environmental science major.
That's right.
And my college football team, I kind of been influenced by Gabe. I'm starting to like Tennessee because I have another Tennessee friend too, or something. So that's who I support.
My name is Jackson Switzer. I'm from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I'm a business major and
That's right.
yeah,
He does coloring books for homework.
that's right. That's right. And college football team is unfortunately the USC Gamecocks. So that's why I said unfortunately.
When was the last time that the Gamecocks were good? Like,
Hey, we beat
Ever?
LSU this year.
You got to keep it close.
that is true.
We did beat
Not super
LSU
close,
this year.
Not super far.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And we almost beat Alabama.
That ain't hard this
You
year.
said USC Gamecocks.
Like
University of South Carolina.
They did not beat.
we did not beat LSU. No.
USC, University of South Carolina, beat LSU. Here we go. Big Mo college man's
Just
got
saying,
it.
I was
Wait, whoa.
The USC
LSU went into the matchup.
The USC Trojans?
undefeated
You
against.
talking about the Trojans?
Yes, you're talking about. You said you beat LSU this year. You didn't because
That's true.
we're undefeated in SEC play until Giga Maggie's took them down.
Well, we're getting way too far into the football
way
segment.
too far into our.
The
We actually
football segment is late.
we actually didn't make a plan this time. We're also still we haven't exploded yet. Aren't making thousands of dollars, so we're still stuck on the microphones here. We do have a microphone stand this time though, which is a pen from the bottom of Gabe's CRV. So
Bomb of
here
the
we are.
Mobile.
Yes, the Mo-Mobile.
Emmett, tell them what happened this weekend.
Well, we went down. We shot at U Naked Gun Club, and of course, we had all made our predictions. I think I was the farthest off. What did y'all shoot?
I was 100.
We were both 1 under.
They were both one under. Gabe was actually one
Also-
under,
also
one under,
one
but
He was the
at
closest.
49 out of 50.
Oh boy.
That's
I don't know if I need to comment on mine, on my score.
You don't have
We'll leave that up
We're
to your
not gonna comment on
imagination.
mine.
But then, so Gabe shot great. He won. Had a little bit of a Matt Ryan and Super Bowl moment in the shoot off. Tell him what happened there, Gabe.
Well, you see here, I watched Jacob get into a shoot off for high ski, and he dropped the first bird. I was like, well, as long as I don't do that, I'll be all right. At least that's what Emmett said. And I get out there and run the first 2 stations, and then on the third station, I miss the pair, and then the next kid does it. So that's the story there.
I at least did not miss both. I only missed one. And I shot against 2 80-year-old men that have never been nervous in their life.
I have
I
two
just
things to
wanna
say.
digress.
2 things to say. Cleveland Browns and 98 out of
We're
100.
not on football yet. We're not on football yet.
Well, one thing to say is you were shooting off for high overall.
Yes.
That's true.
So that we had 3 shoot-offs for the Montreat College shooting team, and Gabe's was for high overall, so I'll give that to him.
Jackson also took home a prize.
Yes, he did.
Tell them about your friends.
Here, Jackson.
Yeah. I ended up running my first 25 straight in a competition in
That's right.
trout. So. Thank you.
And he got like D class champion, which is
No,
a consolation prize.
That's the prize I was talking about.
It's a pity party or participation trophy is what I call it because that was god awful
Hey,
shooting.
We
by
take
me.
them. We take that.
Hey, it's free shells.
That's right.
Next one to shoot a hat. Always fun to shoot a hat.
That's true. We did get to shoot
Yeah,
Jackson's
I'll-
very nice, brand new Richardson
Obliterated my
I
hat.
think we should start talking about double skeet.
in San Antonio.
Yeah, just in general.
Just
Well, okay.
Yeah,
I think
Gabe.
we should talk about Cleveland Browns.
Gabe.
Jameis Winston.
not yet, not yet.
So that does actually lead us into our next topic. Since we were all technically one under our score, we said on the last podcast, whoever is closest to their score gets to pick the topic for the next podcast. But since Gabe beat us, we were all one under, but Gabe beat us. We figured he could pick the topic. So Gabe, take it away.
Yeah, so my topic is going to be college shooting sports. You know, I think when we all got here, we had varying expectations of what shooting in college was going to be. And where it was good, bad, or ugly, it is what it is. And I like to start off with Connor and Jackson and kind of see what your expectations were and what you think right now.
All right. Start off with, I thought when I came to a private Christian college, it was going to be wake up, go to church, go to study the Bible, learn about the business and why the Bible and business needs to be a thing, and just all straight Bible stuff. Nah, not even close.
And then shoot shotguns.
And then shoot shotguns, but then have some. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be all. Anyway,
Of what it is.
what it
All of
is.
what it is.
But yeah, it's not like that at all. And I thoroughly enjoy it here. So
Most days.
most days besides the hurricane, that sucked.
But you didn't talk about like shooting sports though.
What do you mean?
What were your expectations of the shooting team?
Oh, shooting team! I thought I was gonna be like having to shoot 100 every time to like even compete. Turns out I just gotta,
Show up.
show up just about, and I'm fine. Show up and I beat, 50% of this team. So So, yeah, it was definitely not what I expected this college and shooting team to be. So.
I'm gonna say a caveat to that. If you want to come shoot shotguns, I will be your grad assistant next year. Come shoot.
Yeah, we're
We
looking
need
for
people that don't
20 of
suck.
y'all. Yes.
Or even if you do suck, we'll take you because we need people.
As
Yeah,
long as
or
you're
even if you
coachable.
do suck. So like, just don't suck real bad.
Gosh.
We can train a monkey to do one thing. So we got you. Anyways,
Coach's only requirement's a heartbeat.
but my requirements are you better not suck.
And if you
Anywho.
suck, be able to take criticism.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah.
And even if you don't suck, also be able to take criticism.
yeah.
Connor?
We will give it.
Mr. Connor Bruner.
You're going to get it from us.
Well, I'd say my perspective was like other sports teams, especially in college. You have required practices and required meetings, and while we do have a once a week meeting, the practices are much more leisurely and you could say and much more relaxed, which is nice.
At your own discretion.
At your own discretion.
Yeah.
Practice.
That is part of the reason why half our team sucks
'cause
because they don't
those-
practice.
Those
But
who
anyhow.
practice once a month, that is part of the
In the corner.
part of the.
What are you talking about?
Sorry.
No, he
Excuse
actually
me.
has practice
Excuse
more
me.
than once a month.
You just never there. I always go with them.
I was going to say, he always goes with us, and you're always with Miss Issue number 1.
Oh,
No, no.
She's
Oh,
got
oh.
a new name.
You guys got to talk into the microphones, by the way.
She's Miss Brunette now. She did not
Miss
like
Brunette.
she did not like being called issue number 1.
Also, we must refer to her as boss man, not issue number 2.
No, no,
She
no,
got
no.
it chewing out about it.
Okay. All right.
I got a chewing out from my mom about it too. So
Really?
Yeah.
Does she even know
So,
that?
so Mama
She watched the
Mealstime,
podcast, yes,
we're doing better because we want to keep our girlfriends.
thanks, mom.
That's right.
Thanks, Mom.
That's right.
We do our best to make you proud, Mrs. Milstein.
Oh,
If you are single, blonde, and shorter than like 5'5", 5'6", and can halfway shoot a shotgun, please come to Montreat
I
College.
thought you were talking about my mom, Jack.
No, gosh, no.
Jeez.
No, I'm not talking about. No.
Jackson is 5'7" in boots, so
Oh my
that's
God.
why he's
No,
setting
I'm
those
not
requirements.
5'7".
That's why he's setting those.
And he's
requirements.
built like a squirrel.
You know what? Y'all can try and keep it PG here.
Connor, so what are you thinking about Montreat so far? Are
Yeah.
you gonna stay? You gonna leave? Do we suck?
Oh, I'm staying. I'm enjoying it so far. It's a lot of fun.
So I think I want to play an interesting team bonding game here. Let's go through each of our thoughts about what we thought about each other when we first saw each other. So,
Oh, this is
this is gonna be great.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what the
Full honesty.
what the
It's a round robin.
current people thought, and then what the new people thought of us.
Okay. Okay.
When I saw Jackson, his truck sounded like I thought it would.
Also, so this is this year, not last year.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you got to do last year's.
I didn't do last year's too. Okay. When I saw Connor, I didn't know what to expect. He was a very quiet type of guy, and I honestly thought that Jackson was from Georgia. He kind of gave Georgia vibes. You know, the mullet, loud
trashy
truck.
mullet.
Connor, I had no clue about him. Quiet guy, couldn't
Didn't
read him.
Associate for a while.
Yeah, kind of like, and they didn't associate with us for quite a bit, I guess,
A month,
until
the hurricane.
until the hurricane, and they're like, save us. When I first met Jacob, I couldn't understand a lick he said. I thought he was the countryest person I have ever met, which there's nothing wrong with that. I just couldn't understand. It took me a minute. When I met Aaron, I knew he had Miss Jaden had wrapped him. He was wrapped around Miss Jaden's finger from the beginning. From the beginning. And then when I met Emmett, I knew he was down for a good time. I just knew he was up. He was up to something. So.
I'll say I liked your part about Jackson's truck. First time he pulled up, I tapped Lee. I said, "What do you want to bet, Georgia or South Carolina plates?" Oh, not to rap on him though. And Connor, you just quiet. I thought y'all were some cool guys. Figured we'd get down. Met Jacob very first day at the very first orientation,
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
and we got to talking because we have the same old OBS pickups. Or his granddaddy's got one, and I had one. And we got to talking about it, and we've been pretty much friends and talking about it, you know, crap like that ever since. And Aaron, we.
I also forcibly moved into his room without his permission because my roommate sucked.
My other roommates got voluntold to get out.
Has to pursue other opportunities.
Yes, they just couldn't stick around too long. Then me and Aaron just got really close fishing. That's what we did a lot last semester. We fished the heck out of everything around here. Then Gabe, I thought he was ridiculously knowledgeable on football. And not even just football, Tennessee sports. I watched this man watch a Tennessee volleyball game. I mean, that's just.
We all know why he watched the Tennessee volleyball game.
Wasn't a men's volleyball game, I'll put that too. But no, it like I said, the expectations, like they were saying coming to the school, I thought it was going to be a bunch of straight-haired Bible-holding girls and yeah, it's
something else. That's for sure.
there's people like that, and we all go to church, and we're not saying we're
We're good kids.
out to do something wrong, but you can still have a good time and joke up and stuff without someone jumping down your throat about everything under the sun.
If Paul Maurer watches this video, we're good kids.
Yes.
Yeah, we will.
Nothing about Palmer.
Also say,
Yeah, negative shout out to Liam if you ever watch this.
We do not like you.
I was gonna say
I would like to pee on your tire. I dislike you. You're one of the only few people in this world that I dislike, and I dislike you immensely.
Boss man asked me the other day, is there anyone you actually dislike? There's only one in the world. Liam.
Me and Emmett have the same one.
Liam.
He's a liar.
We better pass this on.
I would say Jackson. When I first saw you, I imagined Jackson like those people we saw at Cookout the other night.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like the truck sounds like it sounds, like you expect it to.
Okay.
It is it's his staple.
That's right.
It's
That's
his
right.
staple. You know he's coming.
From
That's right.
7 miles away.
And yeah, he's turned out to be a pretty cool dude. I like him all right, I guess. Connor, yeah, you don't really say like 4 words. I haven't even talked to you about like anything. I feel like that's a later podcast
Later
topic.
podcast.
What do they say about the wise be quiet? The foolish speak while the wise be quiet.
So
Gabe.
you're
I
saying
don't know what
Gabe-
that says about mine and Gabe's intelligence.
Yeah, I could tell you are cool dudes. Honky, I could tell you're honky pretty quick. Never heard an accent like that in my life. You sat down and talked I remember you talking my ear off during the first launch.
And he's
Like-
never stopped.
He never. I'm like I've never seen someone talk this much for one consecutive period of time.
But you always leave knowing something you didn't know beforehand.
This is true. I'm not dogging on it. I'm just saying it how it is.
It is how it is. It's just
Yeah.
a fact of life. I like to talk. It's my ADHD that I won't take pills for, so it's just have to live with it.
Amen.
You
All
always need
natural.
talkers.
Yeah,
you
we
need
are all
listeners.
natural.
That's
here.
right.
Well, I mean, nobody can understand you when you talk because you talk like you got a mouthful of rocks. But that's besides the
What
point.
Caleb always say? Boomhauer.
Boomhauer.
And I was gonna say, Emmett, I first saw you. You ever heard the song "Cowpoke" by Coulter Wall?
Yes.
I thought that was you for a second.
Sure, I'll say it's very well.
I was like, wow, this dude's really just he thought there was cows at my treat, and he came ready for him. Gabe, I really don't remember.
When was our first interaction?
Was it the Tennessee football game when we took our clothes off?
Well,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
well,
Gotta
but
put
it
some
was
context behind that.
It was the start of that day when we were shooting in Boston, North Carolina, when Jacob was in the shoot off and everyone left, and I stayed until Tennessee football came on because I don't care if there's a funeral for priorities.
President.
Palm out.
I'm watching Tennessee football. If my daughter gets married during Tennessee football, sorry.
She ain't your daughter no more.
Amen. But we shot together in Boston, and that's kind of how we met.
We did.
Well, I think we
all
speak
shot in
beforehand,
Boston.
but we shot. I mean, we shot all there, and I guess we got autistic and took our clothes off during a Tennessee football game. So,
And the rest is history.
I
amen.
thought this was a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah. Is it my
Yeah.
turn?
I believe so.
Well, so I'm going to start with Gabe. So I liked Gabe very well for a while when I first met him.
He
Then
turned
I-
into a snitch
Then he turned into a snitch, and then I disliked Gabe for a while
immensely.
immensely. There was a lot of bad words
You have
said
to
about
explain it was
Gabe.
all over a woman.
It's all of a woman that we all dislike. Well, we all liked her at first and then disliked her. But
We
anyway,
talked about the problems on the last podcast.
anyways, that's besides the point. Once Gabe stopped being a turd, we became pretty good friends. Shot some doves with him. Or shot at doves with him. You know, we had a good time. Stayed at his house a couple of times, and then he turned into a turd. And then I wanted to run him over with the pickup truck.
Big old F-150 that you got.
I'm telling you, that sucker would hurt. It would hurt. But now I like Gabe pretty good most days. I dog on him a lot, but it's because I love him. Sometimes he gets a little violent with me, but that's okay. I deserve it most of the time. Emmett, I've got mixed emotions about Emmett. I love Emmett to death. If I had to bury somebody in the woods, I'd call Emmett. But when I'm trying to sleep in the middle of the night, which he is my roommate, he likes to play Fortnite with our other roommate, Brandon. Brandon, if you're watching this, I do not like that you play video games in the middle of the night. Even though you gave me curtains, I feel like it's not very nice. But I like Emmett pretty good. You know, I don't like shooting with him because he brings me down. But I like Emmett a lot as a person. I like to fish with Emmett. I like going to Emmett's house.
We can hang out all day, but we cannot shoot together.
No.
I do not know why. It's Jacob doesn't like to talk and cut up while he shoots, and I can talk all day and cut up while I shoot.
I like to hit stuff and not suck. Emmett likes to suck and talk. Anyways, that's besides the point. That's besides. Anyways, Aaron, I don't know when I started. Well, Aaron was friends with our other buddy Andy. If you're watching this, Andy, heart goes out to you. You know, women suck.
Yep.
But anyways, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Aaron was pretty cool. I fly fished for a while before I met Aaron, and then I fly fished with Aaron a couple times and never caught anything, so I quit.
Yep.
So he harassed me for a whole winter. Then we started fly fishing together, and now I like it a lot. So thanks to Aaron for that.
Yep.
Connor, you know, you never come around. Jackson comes around and goofs off, but we never see you. But that's okay. I wouldn't want to hang out with us either. Jackson's a pretty cool dude. He's got a he had a molester mustache like I did, but got rid of it,
Needs to come
unfortunately.
back.
Needs to come back. Women like the mustache, so I've been
Mustaches
told.
I think Anna likes it a lot, actually.
I thought her name was Ainsley.
No, it's not. We can use her name on the podcast.
Yes.
Negative shout out.
Yeah.
Even.
Yeah, she ain't gonna ever watch this, but if you do, don't ever call me again. Hey, quit no caller IDing me too. You can't no caller ID me and then look at me and say, "Oh, I'm not no caller IDing you," and your dumb self's gonna look at me while you on the phone with me. Anyway,
Anywho, we're gonna pass it on to Mr. Connor Bruning.
women just get me fired.
Sometimes you gotta look in the camera when you got that little maniacal stare, Jackson.
We'll have a podcast about that. Women alone. The women podcast.
Oh,
That's a good one.
That's next week's
next one.
podcast.
Sole subject.
Oh gosh, can you block viewers from viewing certain podcasts?
Well, Jackson, who is my roommate, my better of two roommates, I'd say, and they know what I'm talking about.
Schmaten?
Schmaten.
No negative shout out for
No
him.
negative
just yet.
shout. I love Schmaten.
We love you, buddy.
We love
We just gotta
Schmaten.
give you a hard time about
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
stuff.
I'd say me and Jackson hit it off pretty quick. We he's a cool dude. So Honky, Jacob. I'd say at first I was a little hesitant
I wouldn't blame you at all.
hesitant to get to hang out with him and see what it's about.
Oh, sorry. Let me put this down.
But he's a very, very nice guy, so we'll get to know him more. Aaron, who I seem to kind of have a like mind of, because I feel like Aaron's quiet a lot too.
They're both quiet weirdos.
Quiet weirdos, yes. Environmental science weirdos.
Hippies, yes.
Yeah.
Tree huggers.
Tree huggers.
That's right.
Well, like Aaron, yes, we do need to talk more about other subjects that probably they would make fun of us for talking about. But he also seems like kind of a old wise man sometimes.
He's a good man to go for advice to sometimes.
Yeah.
He has a less irrational opinion on different things.
Yes, like I tell him, he is.
My North Star. If I didn't have Aaron, I'd probably burn the world down. But I have Aaron, so I'm not burning the world down.
Yeah,
It's a WWAD. What would Aaron do?
that's a good analogy.
I don't think that's a good analogy. I do what I can.
He worries about us at night. This is why he doesn't sleep well.
Yeah, that is actually true. Yes.
Emmett, I like Emmett. We didn't get to talk much at first, and then he asked me and Jackson about going dove hunting one time,
Boy.
and we didn't quite know what we were getting into, and we kind of just trusted Emmett and drove 45 minutes up a mountain to a trail, and then walked.
Doves lived.
And he was like, he said.
They supposedly.
He said there was doves up here sometime, and so we walked up there and found some fields, and that's when we first talked a little more. So that was good. We didn't really know what we were getting into, but it was unsuccessful in the world of dove hunting.
It was a nature walk with
Nature walk.
shotguns.
We did see a nice buck though.
Did. I've been itching to get back up there and get him.
Yes, someone's got to get him, I'd say. So that was a good time to get to know him. Gabe.
He's got the deject stares.
Yeah, for a while I feel like Gabe wasn't around as much. Maybe it was because of, I don't know. Maybe it was football watching.
Requeese.
There's been no woman.
Gabe likes to rot in his room.
Yes. maybe
Negative
that's-
shout out again, Riley Stem.
Whoa! What about the other night when we called her? That was great.
Reject the negative. It's at neutral now.
Gabe for a man can call any ex and they will answer and speak to him like a long lost friend.
Yeah,
Something I've never
seen
seen
it
before.
firsthand. It's very, it's
Strange.
interesting. But Gabe's always Gabe always make you laugh, or you can laugh at him as much as you want to. 'Cause he'll always do something to encourage that. So I like him for that.
I'll start with Gabe first. When I met Gabe first would be on move-in day, I'm pretty sure. No, listen, when I came here, or it may have been Brady. That may have been Brady I met.
I think the first time we met was when we were helping Coach move.
Shells.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. Anyway, we were helping Coach move shells, and Gabe said something I don't remember, and Coach said, "Well, guys, this is what y'all get to look forward to for the next 4 years or something like that." Anyway, said something like that. So I knew Gabe was a just scholarly, funny feller. Yeah. Emmett, pretty cool dude. He didn't say a whole lot when I met him first. And he had a cool truck that I like a lot. Yeah. Aaron,
Yeah, hey, I can stick with it. Just like Jackson, truck defining feature.
that's right.
And we can
That's
stick
right.
with that.
Aaron, I don't know when the first time I met you was.
Yeah, you weren't there when we moved shells.
Might have been
were you?
just dinner.
That was just me and
Yeah,
Gabe.
it may have been like dinner or something. I don't know.
It was that dinner that I first met Jackson.
All right, back to Aaron.
Double cut after camera.
Cool dude. Quiet. He wore Sitka, so I knew I was in the right place. I saw him in a Sitka
Communists.
jacket for the first time.
Andy Grell Jr.
Yeah.
That was a staple of Andy Grell. Never caught anywhere without wearing Sitka. The man wore Sitka underwear and Sitka socks.
Oh yeah, that's a little.
His whole wardrobe.
It's a little much.
Personally keeping them in business.
Mr. Jacob Van Ness. When did I meet you first? I don't know. Probably, I guess when we were moving shells or something like that.
I
Anyway,
didn't move no shields.
that's probably.
I didn't want to do it. I was doing something. I think I was fishing actually. Yeah, we were fishing
That's right.
because we were fishing Flat Creek and Flat Creek sucked.
Sucked.
There's no fish in Flat Creek, by the way. if you're
Zero.
watching this.
There's like negative shout out to Flat Creek fishing.
But yeah, Honky seemed like a cool dude. Yeah. Connor, my roommate, cool dude. Didn't talk a lot, like at all. Like the first week we moved in, didn't like say but like 2 words. Schmaten on the other hand, couldn't get him to.
Speak softly and carry a big stick.
That's right. Yeah, Schmaten. Well, maybe he'll have to join next podcast.
No.
Maybe.
Negative.
All right.
Negative.
Cut that. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all all seem pretty cool bunch. Seem like we get along very well, which we do. Yeah.
One other thing to add to the coming to college experience, it takes just about a month to realize you get over the high school thinking of because somebody's.
I'll be back.
How long is it going to be? Should we make a cut?
No.
Just keep going.
We'll cut this part out.
So now,
But they do a clap and we'll just cut that.
now we gotta say what we really think about Jacob.
Yeah. Jacob.
Now, what were you saying, Emmett? We can keep going.
Now, I was going to say another thought of coming to college was that when you get here, the kind of like the high school thought that seniors and everybody was older, cooler than you, and you were just looked down on because you were a freshman. But when you come to college, it's ages out the window. I mean, it really is. It's everybody's. You're just one of the crowd, really.
To a certain extent, Gabe.
We never need to do one of these live.
No, we would be canceled. Our
One day one of these
podcast
are gonna,
career
like,
would be
blow up.
over.
And then we're gonna end up in jail the next day.
So,
Yeah, but back then, it's a different experience.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
Somebody could be 22 and you 18, and you're just you get along, and it's not in your way. So, I'll just explain it after the podcast.
Yeah.
That's right. That Miss Brunette yanking on that chain, yanking on that chain.
It's all right, boss man. I'll call her in a minute.
So, back to the topic of college shooting sports. What direction were you thinking? Like talking about the team, or just the sport in general? Because it can be 2 different ways.
Yeah, I was interested in speaking about how different this sport is money wise, like we are a NAIA school, compete D3, which is not something you've seen in any traditional college sport, or how you have shoot, what's her name? Really good school up north,
Hillsdale.
Hillsdale. That's a very small. They're private Christian college, right?
Yes.
Really good though. Typically, you don't see that. You see, it's all about money in this sport.
Their coaches also has a stack of Olympic medals about that big that she keeps in a desk drawer in the faculty office. That is their coach.
Kim.
So,
Kim Reed.
yeah, Miss Kim.
Oh, she's their coach.
Yeah, very, very nice lady. But yeah, so not saying anything bad about Coach.
She should have caught
after
you.
watching this.
She should have taught you to shoot skeet in.
She did. I shot bunker trap up there with her.
Oh.
Bunker trap would make me want to shoot myself instead. That is a sports anomaly. But you can keep talking. I'm sorry to interrupt.
I was just curious on y'all's thoughts of kind of. Did you think it was going to be the typical college sport, or you think it was going to be different?
You don't want me to talk.
Well,
I thought it would be like, was it John, I think Jackson said about it being more rigid. I thought it was going to be daily practices, show up for
Yeah.
a meeting every day,
It should
coach
be.
jumping down your throat. I think it should be more structured. I mean, I like picking your own days, but I think it should still be like a minimum that you have to.
I was
go
gonna say, I
twice a
feel like
week.
you should have a amount of days you have to practice a week.
Yeah, but you
Well,
still get to pick the day.
I know some.
Yeah,
I know some
exactly.
colleges. I talked to one college where their structure was like that, and they are consistently beating us. So maybe that is something we need to look into.
So, but what I was going to say, it's kind of interesting the dynamic of like, I mean, coming here, I didn't think we were going to be like, walking out in Neyland Stadium, hype music playing. But just I think the reality of like small school athletics is it's hard. Like, but it's true. It's true everywhere in the country. That I mean, and even for any of the programs here, like, just being at an IU school is difficult with budget and things like that, and obviously even like we're such an expensive sport.
We are the top performing sport, though, out of all the sports. We're not.
Not cross country. Cross country wins.
Yeah,
more.
cross country is actually good.
They win more, but not bigger titles.
So they
So what'd
have
y'all
like
take at nationals?
second place.
They took 10th.
Yeah,
But that's like actually in the nation.
Yeah,
though.
that matters pretty much.
Well, no,
We'll stick with it.
No, he is correct though. They did. We played 60 teams and we were second in one thing, and we were fourth overall, and we were like 10 birds back because we all gave up on the last day, which is just because we had to drive down there. But you learn and you live and you learn.
Double skeet.
We will not drive 20 hours. We all sucked. Not just you, Gabe. We all sucked. We're not just ragging on you.
Nobody would have been looking at him until you said his name.
Hey, but I saw him in the corner of my eye. And he was, but it was a good time. We had a good time. We learned from our mistakes, and we'll be back next year, or this coming year, whenever we go, better than we were.
So Jacob, let's get realistic. Where can we do better as a team that we need to improve on, that we can individually do ourselves?
Oh, am I talking now? Well, I mean, I'm a culprit of it too. Well, right now we can't really do anything to get better until our range is opened up. Pray for the Biltmore. It got waxed by Hurricane Helene. That really sucks. But when we get back to can practice, I think we need to. It's not the biggest place in the world, but we should go practice like twice a week. I think that's just the least of that you could do. I mean, it's like golf. Once you get so good, all you're doing is keeping that edge sharp. But if you're trying to build an edge, like Emmett, for example, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but you're trying to get better, you got to practice twice a week. You can't practice twice a month. Like when I was getting good when I was a kid, I was shooting like 500 shells a week, and I still sucked. And then one day it's just like that. It just clicks. But it's never going to click if you don't give it the time it needs. And, we got to have people that are good at it, be able to teach, which I'm bad about that because I'm busy. So, but next semester I won't be as busy, so I can help people learn how to shoot. But yeah, I think that's where we should start.
And that's all changes you can make. Those are all changes you can make if you become your assistant coach.
Grad assistant.
Grad assistant coach, even better.
you also have to want to get better. You cannot go out there and like shoot once a month and talk about how I just suck and I can't get no better. But you only got there once a month, and you can't go complain about your score, talking about, oh man, I should have done better. Well, you ain't practicing, you ain't wanting to get better, so you ain't gonna get better. So it's like I ain't trying to like toot on us, but like me, Connor, and Peyton, we went out there, I think for like 3 or 4 weeks straight and practiced like 3 times a week. I mean, y'all were out there too.
No, yeah, you guys were out there like every day.
Yeah, pretty much. Every day we could go out there, we were out there. And I ended up running my first 25 and 50 straight in skeet, 2-3 weeks ago? No.
Yeah, right.
But
the day before the hurricane.
Right before the hurricane.
The day before, or 2 days before.
Yeah.
It rained us out.
And then, but I mean, anyway, you just got to want to get better. You can't go out there and, I don't know, shoot once a month and expect 100. It don't work like that.
And then again, if you were on like any other college sport team and you didn't practice, they just kick you off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, and I'm mainly a sporting clays shooter, and one of the things I was most looking forward to was having easy access to a trap and skeet range, trap and skeet fields, because I had shot trap and skeet, but it wasn't my strong suit, and I was shooting 23s consistently, a couple 24s in each, and I got out to the Biltmore and was able to shoot it more consistently, and within a week or two I had a 25 straight in each, and that's just that little amount was able to kind of like Jacob said, flip me over the edge to be able to shoot more straights, to be able to do it in competition, which me and Jackson both did this weekend, so that was good.
Y'all did good. It's all like, this is really not about college shooting sports. This is just a tangent about shooting in general. It's more like once you get to the top of the mountain, you just got to be able to stay there. But getting to the top of the mountain sucks. It's getting over that one mental thing. It's like I could never run a 50 straight in a big 50 to save my life until I ran a couple 50 straights over the summer. Know what it did? It was just one day. It was just like that, and I could run them now. But you just got to be able to push that snowball up the mountain and not let it crush you.
So you hear them talk about double ski a lot, and that's a reference to me. Even when you are at that peak, like I was. All right. Okay, I'm not trying to.
Well, he had run 100 straight the week before.
I ran 100 straight a week before. I didn't miss during practice while we were there. So I guess it got in my head that either I was going to miss and have a bad week, or that I wasn't going to miss. No, obviously I missed quite a bit. I shot way below what I should have in ski and double ski. So
correct.
You got to keep up with it. It's also a mental game. Even when it may physically be there, if you let that mental game take over and get mad at Jacob in the morning when we're shooting.
What did I do in the morning?
It's after I shot bad in skeet, and you said something, and I wanted to kill you that morning.
I mean, probably so. I wanted to nuke you for me breaking my ankle, but that was my own fault. But I wanted to kill you the whole week, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We also collectively had a team pity party the night before about how we weren't going to win, and then when we still had one more event to shoot, and then we all sucked. So I don't think that was working to our advantage either. There was a lot of conflicting factors. We were all tired from getting up at 6 o'clock and shooting for a week straight and driving and team drama, but we also can't give up on the last day.
I also just suck at double skeet. I broke my personal best of a 93.
I did too.
But it was terrible. But that's besides the point.
Yes.
Collectively, we're just.
Because shooting is very much a mental sport. You've done it once, you can do it again, right? I mean, it's a good part of a skill, but I'd say a huge part of it is your mental space.
Yeah.
Someone told me that, and that's why I was trying to do my best to keep a good head while shooting. That's why I cut up a lot. That's why I can't shoot with Jacob. That cutting up helps keep me in a better mood. Because anybody get down when you drop 3 in a row on freaking trap at a easier course than some. Not saying like, but there's better courses than others. And that one was a really good one, and I should have run better. And you dropped 3, and you won a chunky shotgun over the trap house. But just keeping. Yeah, so,
Yeah.
it happens. But if you get in that bad headspace, you're more likely to drop 3 on the next one. You know, you've already missed those 3, you can't get them back. You got to hit the rest of them, I'd say.
It's like my daddy says. It's the 5 inches between years. Once you get beat in your own head, you're screwed. May as well just throw that shotgun in the river and keep it pushing. Because once you're beat mentally, you're just out of it. There ain't no coming back from that. So, like Emmett was saying, stay out of your own head. Does you the best.
New segment time?
Yeah, new segment. All right, can I just point out we actually had a distinguished conversation with minimal cuts.
Yeah.
And not even from heinous things, just from,
Technical.
Good job.
Technical difficulties.
Good job, Gabe. I think next thing I had on the docket was college football. Emmett, Eve, I know you've been waiting this whole time. How about them Aggies?
Giggle Maggies.
How about the
giggle.
Aggies, baby? It was a rough road first quarter and a rough road in the second quarter. But as the Aggies do, they came back, brought in a new quarterback, and touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Like Oprah Winfrey. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. LSU was just passing them out, and it was a beautiful, beautiful game to watch. Really.
Absolutely.
Shout out to my Aggies. That I'd say they're championship bound now. LSU was the only thing that might make them stumble, but they did.
Well, I gotta say, I could see Texas A&M in the SEC championship. You got to get past South Carolina, and there's another SEC team they're gonna play. I can't forget who. That is Texas Longhorns. That's a big one right there. First time they played in how many years in it?
15.
15 years. So right now you got A&M undefeated in SEC play, and then you got like 5 teams with 1 loss. So, we're hoping Tennessee Vols can run the table. Got us matched up with Kentucky this week, coming into Neyland, wearing the dark uniforms. I think it's going to be a great matchup. I'm going to call Tennessee by 2 scores. So they're going to cover the spread here. Who do the Aggies play this week?
They play South Carolina this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
South Carolina. It's going to be a good game. Good game, I think.
Go
And then they
Gamecocks.
play, who's the other team they play? They play New Mexico State or something like that. That's not to talk about it on New Mexico. I'll talk bad about them. They're going to lose. Yeah. And probably by 2-3 scores. It's going to be a good game.
Now to talk about something that's not Texas A&M or Tennessee. You got, I think Georgia's playing Ole Miss in a couple weeks, which could be a close game, a college playoff elimination game. Also, we just want to see Alabama lose to whoever
Agreed.
they are playing. Pray on it. Nick Saban cannot save you anymore. Now, Jake, what do you have to say about NFL football, the state of NFL? Maybe the Browns.
Let's hear a sob story.
Yeah, give me your take on Sunday's game between the Browns and the Ravens.
That was garbage. The Ravens are still going to go to the Super Bowl. The Browns just got lucky, As my daddy says, a blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and again. And
Where you going?
those blind Browns found I don't even know.
A lot of acorns.
They just got lucky. They had a couple good plays, and we had a couple bad plays. But we still got Lamar, and we've got old King Henry, so we'll be all right. It's just, we lost to the 1-6 Browns or whatever they were. I think it was 1-6.
Were they actually 1-6?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now they're 2-6. Even worse.
The saddest part
But we're gonna play them in a couple weeks, and we're gonna spank them into the next year, and I'm gonna be a happy little man. And I hate college football, so I don't really care who wins or loses.
But you know who did beat the Browns and wiped the floor with them was the Cowboys. So he lost to a team that even the Cowboys beat.
But the Cowboys suck.
And they beat them, exactly.
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay.
Jacob got the
Also,
point on
Washington Commanders over the Cowboys for life. Crap on the Cowboys.
behind me.
The Washington Commanders had a heck of a play with Jaden Daniels. Hail Mary in
Hail Mary.
the last seconds of the football game to defeat the Bears, which was really cool. You had the Bears defensive back taunting, and that obviously came back to bite him. You got Jalen Daniels thanking God, Jameis Winston thanking God. So, I mean, Christian athletes, shout out to all of them doing the right thing. Positive shout out for once.
I say that is one impressive thing about Gabe. To remember the freaking names of the players on teams nobody even cares about, and like what the
Yeah.
score was and how the game went.
We're in the Waffle House parking lot, and that dude,
Cedric Tillman caught the
That man.
touchdown to
and
defeat the
Jacob
Ravens.
almost slammed his phone on the ground. And Gabe said, "Cedric Tillman, Tennessee, let's go," and started taking off through the parking lot.
Yeah, on top of that, even knows where they went to college.
Yeah.
If he
Jalen
put this kind of
Daniels,
effort
LSU.
into his homework, he'd be a 4.0 student.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. My papa got me into football, and then when the legendary Todd Freeman came into my life, it got even bigger. Went to a Tennessee football game, and something about it just clicked with me. If I like a player, they're a good player, I can remember their name. I'm like Shador Sanders. Trash. Should not be in the Heisman conversation. Put Dylan Sampson in the Heisman conversation. Not. I hope you're the last pick in the draft and go to the Browns for your career to die.
But look, he even held himself back from a rant.
He did.
I know.
I can for
And
you.
that was
Gabe.
an impressive small rant.
How about them Tigers?
No comment. That's kind of all I had for listed topics. Anybody have any